Okay, we're back. This is video number 2 in the series in our demonstration walkthrough of the FansRaise platform. We've now set up our individual user account and we have set up our organization. It has just been reviewed and approved by the higher ups at FansRaise. And if when you're not approved yet, you will see this little red indicator here. Your org is under review. You really can't do much until you're approved. You can do some things with maybe adding members, although you're probably not going to want to do that until you build a campaign. So if I go ahead and I refresh this, actually, you know what I have to do is I need to log out and then log back in. So I'm going to do that, log off, log back in. And what you will find is that my org is now right here. And if I click that, it's all approved. And you'll also get email updates along the way. Hey, thanks for setting up your org. We're looking at it now. If we have any questions, we'll connect with you that way. But now you have full functionality in the platform. And what you see here is a whole lot of nothing because we don't have any data yet. We don't have any members participating. We don't have any donations. We don't have campaigns. We have nothing. So our first step is to build a campaign. So what I'm going to do is rocket through this pretty quick, understanding that you're going to want to probably spend a little bit of time reviewing our blog, taking a look at our knowledge base, and really defining what your campaign goals are. What is the target that you're striving for? Is it a capital campaign? Is it a student-based campaign? Like what are the parameters that you're working with here? And this is something that if you ever need to talk about it or you want to bounce some ideas off of us, you can reach out to us anytime, and we are thrilled to talk shop with you in that regard, just to make sure that you're considering all aspects of what's possible with your campaign. So I'm going to go ahead under here, under this bar, and click campaigns. I'm going to go ahead and click new campaign. I've already written all of this, so I'm just going to do a series of cut and pastes here. The ensemble roster is not important at this point because this is the first campaign, but ultimately you have the opportunity to set up your larger organization. Let's say it's a high school music department or a performing arts nonprofit organization. You may have multiple ensembles running concurrently, and you can set up rosters for individual activities. For instance, the high school may have show choir, stage chorus, concert band, jazz band, marching band, indoor drumline, indoor color guard, etc. So, and multiple students can belong to multiple activities as well, which is pretty nice. So in terms of the campaign description, this is actually what reads and tells your potential donors about your organization, what you're trying to accomplish, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and paste this campaign description that I came up with, just for sake of keeping this quick and a short video. So we've experienced significant increase in the amount of students, blah, 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 due to increasing enrollment, several factors outside of our control. We are in desperate need of equipment across all sections of our marching band. This includes marching brass and woodwind instruments. And the assumption here would be the school-owned equipment, battery and sideline pit percussion, color guard flags, costuming, and props. So pretty much everything that the marching band could possibly need, you need now. A little bit about the background of the organization and the exposure. Pretty simple, straightforward. And then at the end of each of these stages, come down here and click Next. So you already see here that this is the banner image. This is actually an important part of your campaign because whenever you share this out on social media, this is the first thing that people see. So I'm going to go ahead and upload an image to serve as the banner image here. And you can already see, maybe you can see that the title of the campaign that I defined on the first step of the wizard here has already been added here. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a photo. I'm going to choose a file. And I now have to remember where I put it. And here we go. So what I did was I just went on Google Images and grabbed a photo that I liked. I also darkened this, and you can open up any photo editing program you have. I run a Mac, so in Preview, I can do all of this stuff. I can change the contrast and darken the photo. The reason I suggest thinking about doing that is that it really helps the title pop off the page. So I can center this, I can right or left justify it, I can move it into the middle of the frame or at the bottom of the frame. I like it right there in the middle. I can maybe make it a little smaller, but I can bold it and do different things. I can change the font. Yeah, I can have some fun here. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now I can also change the color as well. So let's say I want to try to find this like obnoxious gold color. I can choose that. Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and push on here, clicking next. Now, media rotator. On your campaign page, you have the opportunity to put some photos, and we circulate those in a kind of like a photo carousel. So you can choose your files to upload, and I've already grabbed a few here. I'll select this. I'll select that, and didn't mean to do that. I'll select that. So I have 3 photos staged, and I hit upload. Now, when you upload the photos, they're also stored in your library, and you can cycle photos in and out of this at any time, even when your campaign is live and in motion. And if you want to, you can reorder them by dragging them and dropping them. Click the X to get rid of it if you want. You can also take your video, and if you have access and a little bit of pre-planning time and some wherewithal, you can put together a very nice YouTube video to include here. Maybe it's a previous year's championship performance. I don't know. But all you need to do is capture the URL on YouTube for that video and just add it here. So you can add it like that. That's just our FansRaise, one of our promo videos. And if you are looking for suggestions or tips or tricks on how to do the video, we have some great content for you in our blog on some great ways to highlight the need and also involve your students. Whenever possible, please involve the kids in this. It's very important. I feel that they have as much ownership on the campaign as possible. So once you're happy with that, you click next. Isolate your goal. Let's say we're going to ask for $75,000. We're going to say we're going to start this on Monday the 30th. That gives us a little bit of lead time to plan and get the word out with our membership. And let's say we're going to run this for run this up until the 15th of December. So that's a nice period of time. The start date and the end date are really only important in the reason that we help track. We just kind of want to know from our vantage point when your campaign is set to go, when you hope to have it wrapped up. Now, the campaign can just go on and keep chugging along until it hits its goal or until you decide to deactivate it. It's up to you. And then we hit next. Notification and activation of the campaign. So you can choose to receive real-time alerts whenever a donation is made. I can tell you that when you first launch your campaign, you are going to get buried by email. So just be prepared for that if you want to go real time. If you would prefer daily or a weekly roll-up of all the activity in your campaign, you can receive that. And then to activate this campaign, once you click this box, it becomes now publicly visible on our website. And that really doesn't matter a whole lot because it doesn't really officially launch until you send out your first supporter communication. We're going to get to that in a couple videos downstream from here. So always save your campaign. If you come back into this and you want to change some wording, always come back to number 5 and save your campaign. Unless you click number 5, save campaign, your changes will not stick. So here you see in our campaign list, we have this campaign. We're at 0 because we haven't started anything yet. But from here, I can jump into my dashboard. I can activate it. I'm going to go to the dashboard, and here we are. Again, here's our percent to goal, which is 0. We have no donations, nothing happening daily. We show you a graph on how things are doing. And we also show you a visual representation on what I call your member uptake. How active are your members? If you have 100 students in your band, what percentage of them have attached themselves to the campaign, and what percentage of them have added 20 contacts? And we'll get into the dynamics of that in just a second. But if you want to see how the campaign page turned out, here it is. Nice, pretty campaign page. I may actually increase the font size on that. And you can actually take this video and stick it here so that it's static and you don't lose it as these pictures cycle through. So it's really up to you. At your discretion, you can continue to play with it. So that's a quick and easy tutorial on how to set the campaign up. Pretty quick, pretty easy. And again, sometimes the perfect campaign page remains a bit of a moving target, and you can try some things. You can continually update this and refresh the look of it through your campaign without losing anything. All right, as long as you don't delete it, which we will remind you not to do. All right, so that's all for now. Next video, we're going to pick up with how to get your members involved in the campaign. This might be the most important video of the set, so stay tuned for that. Thanks.